Tradition plays an important role in Oxford. The architecture in its center testifies to the city's great heritage. Most of the buildings belong to the university. One of the key sites is the Sheldonian Theatre. It stands opposite the Bodleian Library. The first lectures were held in the adjacent Divinity School in the 15th century. Scott Ellaway used to be a student in Oxford. He still feels a sense of awe when he enters the room where people like Oscar Wilde or physicist Stephen Hawking attended lectures.
A lot of great people over the centuries have studied here, and because this is one of the oldest rooms, they would have undoubtedly have come across this room. So it's great to come into this room and know that many, many great people have actually stood in this space.
This is the University Church of St. Mary. Parts of the building date back to the 13th century. Scott Ellaway, who is now a successful conductor, loves to come here and play the organ. He gave his first concerts in this church and studied music at the university's Keble College. He used to eat here in the dining hall together with 300 other students. Oxford University's elite reputation makes its degrees highly sought after.
That's why people want to come here, because it has that tradition attached to it. And I think because Oxford has been doing and teaching for many, many hundreds of years, they really do have the experience to know what is required to push you to the next level.
Catherine Tyrrell came to Oxford last year. She's off to the traditional outfitters Shepherd and Woodward to pick up her ceremonial gown for those special Oxford occasions.
It feels a bit old-fashioned, but it's quite exciting. I feel like I've turned into an Oxford student. You feel like all of these people have been to Oxford before you, and it's been here for hundreds of years, and you've just arrived and you're new.
The Oxford style has made a name for itself worldwide. There's the classic tweed jacket, or the famous Oxford shoe, an elegant item of men's footwear with closed lacing.
All the students want to wear an Oxford shoe because it's smart, it's real leather, it's leather all over. Very expensive shoe. Everyone wants to stand out from the crowd. When you talk to the students, they want to be noticed. People want to be noticed.
Meanwhile, Catherine Tyrrell is getting to see a whole different side of the city in the Cowley area of Oxford, an industrial and residential area. It's home to the factory opened by William Morris in the early 20th century. His Morris Motors Company brought industrial prosperity to the city. The Morris Motors Museum features exhibits from the company's history, including its most famous model, the 1959 Mini.
I think it was to bring the motor car to ordinary people, to the masses, to bring the price down and to make a small car that was good round the town.
Oxford also has a buoyant nightlife. Numerous bars and restaurants surround the old castle. The area is popular with young and old alike.
You're never going to get rid of the old history, the wonderful old buildings, but you will have new developments like this, bars, cafes, restaurants. So I mean, in the evening it becomes very much alive. It's very hustle and bustle. So yeah, it's a great place to come if you want a beer.
Scott has chosen this popular tapas bar to round off the day with a beer. Oxford is a place to savor, a vibrant young city with a centuries-old history.